Hey everybody, it's Michael with Asymmetrical Preparedness. This video, I think I'm going to title it, We Must Resist. What's going on in our nation right now, you guys are all well aware of what's going on. The chaos, unconstitutional bullcrap, and all this stuff. So this is kind of going to be a talk, rant, I don't know, thoughts, action, stuff like that. So, this stuff is crazy. I mean, our nation is just, it blows my mind what is going on now. And what really blows my mind is places like Portland. Okay, I get it's a liberal city. I get whenever Antifa and all the other thug groups get together and they do their thing and create chaos and havoc. I get it. When they move out and try to move out into when they move out into a rural area, they get shut down real quick. It's only in these liberal-run cities that coddle them, that are allowing them to perpetrate their chaos and to wreak havoc on the cities. But what I'm wondering is, okay, Portland, yeah, I know it's a liberal city, but come on. Why are the people of Portland, there has to be some good people in Portland, why are they not standing up and doing something about this? Their police aren't. Their elected officials, their elected leaders are not doing this. They're not doing anything about it. So why aren't the people standing up? The people of Seattle, the people of Minneapolis, the people in all these cities where this chaos is happening, DC, New York. Why are you, the people that live there, not standing up and doing something about it? Come on, don't even tell me, some people say, oh, you get 20 people together, kitted up, armed up, stuff like that, and you go out and you face hundreds of Antifa, you're going to lose, or bad things are going to happen. Okay, I get it, 20 people, but come on, you can't tell me that in Portland, a city that size, or New York, or anywhere, that there's not 100 people, good people, decent people, left, right, I don't care. Black, white, I don't care. Just good people that don't want to see their city in chaos and their cities destroyed and defaced and damaged and looted and all this other crap going on. Why aren't the people standing up, arming up, and showing up? That's what I want to know. Rural areas, we got it down. They show up in our area, we do show up. We put it down. We don't stand for that bull crap. There's got to be some good people in those cities. So then I started thinking, okay, why? Well, fear. It is. People are fearful nowadays. They can't stand up to, or they won't stand up to people online because of doxing and because of, getting trashed all over online and having all the people come, all the trolls and stuff like that. They're fearful of it. And that's justified. So people stay quiet and do nothing about it. Evil exists when good men do nothing. Or women, people. You know what I mean? So what do I think is going to happen? I think it'll continue down this path. I think it'll get worse and worse and worse. But I'll tell you what. It is growing. A movement is growing. A thought is growing. The fear is growing in people. Yes. But along with that, what do I think could happen? And I hope happens. I hope people get sick and effing tired of this bullcrap. I hope that they get tired of being scared and being fearful. We shouldn't live in fear as Americans. Fear of being doxxed online or being trashed or being trolled or, all these things. We shouldn't be fearful of that. We shouldn't be fearful of walking down certain areas. Or we shouldn't be fearful of going out and protesting for or rallying for Trump or for the Second Amendment or for our government or our police or our military or conservative values. What I hope is going to happen is that people get fed up. People get sick and tired of living in fear. And I think, hope, that there's going to come a reckoning come election day. I think what is going to happen is that all these people that may be centrists, they may even be left-leaning, that are sick and tired of the lawlessness. They're sick and tired of the rioting and the looting. The rooting, rioting and looting. That's one word, my new word, rooting. Anyway, they're sick and tired of it. And I hope on election day, that's going to show. And I hope again that it's going to be a sweeping movement across the United States of America, a red tide like we've never seen before. I have a feeling that's what's going to happen. That's just a prompting, a feeling, whatever you might call it. It is a hope, yes, but it's a rising feeling inside me. I don't know where it comes from, but I have a feeling because a lot of people are getting sick and tired of this. And where are all these people that live? Where do all these people live that are getting sick and tired of it? They live in the urban areas, the cities, which are what? Typically liberal. So, just saying, people, we may have a red tide sweep across the United States. We may end up very, very, very happy on election day. We may end up in a much better situation, a much better nation. Unless vote stealing, voter fraud, all that stuff overcomes the tide. Maybe. I don't know. So what do we do if we want to stand up? Well, there's community pages all over, like Facebook. I mean, I don't know. I'm not following Facebook. There's community pages on Facebook. I'm sure they're on Twitter. They're all over social media, whatever other social media there is out there. There's groups, even like Instagram. There's groups for everything. I'm sure there's community groups on there that I just don't know about. Talk with people. I know you're probably going to get shut down or attempted to get shut down by some people. So then find alternative places. Talk with people. Meet up with people. Say, hey, let's get together. Let's stand up against this bull crap. Let's get together. Let's arm up, if you can do so lawfully, of course. And let's make a stand. Let's show up. Let's stand in front of the courthouse, the federal building, the police precinct, and say, you know what? We are willing to stand whether or not the law enforcement is willing to stand. Because we, the people. Now, I'm not saying get in a shooting war and start, shooting people. Of course. I mean, if things go south and it de-evolves into that and you have to defend yourself, then by all means, defend yourself. But it's mainly to make a point that we're not willing to take this anymore. We're done. I'm done. I have a family, but I guarantee it. If they showed up in my little town, I would be there. In spades, with a good bunch of buddies. Guarantee that. They wouldn't stick around very long. And where I live, the sheriffs would be right there standing arm in arm with us. So, but I'm lucky. A lot of you guys are lucky too. You live in rural areas, you live in good areas. A lot of you don't have to worry about this. And we need to realize that we're blessed, how blessed we are for not having to deal with all this crap. But we see it online, we see it in social media, stuff like that. If you're not big into social media other than watching people on YouTube, you may not be exposed to it. I don't know. I'm on Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that because I'm trying to, get the word out about the channel, about preparedness in general. I don't care if I'm drawing people into the prepper world that go to other channels. Great. Build the community. That's all I care about. Empower others. I've mentioned many times before, get more people in the asset column versus the liability column. Whether they're subscribed to my channel or not, just people involved in the community. An awareness for prepping and being prepared. That's what I care about. People want to come to my channel, great. I love it. I'm blessed by you guys. thank you so much. I really appreciate everybody that's here, everybody that's on Patreon, doing the things. Thank you guys. Comment, throw the comments in the comment section. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that I'm off base with the red tide thing? Do you think it's a possibility? Had you thought about that yet? There is a growing movement, but what I'm thinking is that this growing movement of Black Lives Matter, of Antifa, and not necessarily all the people associated with, like, Black Lives Matter. There's some people that just, they want to wear the shirt, they want to support the idea of standing up against police brutality. I get it. I'm talking about the extremists, the people that are out there conducting criminal acts. Those are the people that I'm talking about. The John Brown gun clubs, in fact, I don't know, there's all these different words. Yeah, you guys always tell me in the comments, and I always forget them. All these little abbreviations for all these different, terrorist organizations, basically. Yeah, it seems like they're growing in power in numbers, which they are. They're receiving a lot of funding. Black Lives Matter just received $250 million from the NFL. So if you're still watching the NFL, I'm sorry. We got to put our money and our priorities where our mouths are, where our morals are, where our ideals are. Hashtag ban the NFL, or bail, boycott the NFL. I'm all for that. Wasn't big, into professional sports that much anyway. More of a college football fan, which that I'm not saying that's much better. But anyway, we need to put our money, our mouths, ourselves where we believe, what we stand for. We need to make a stand, whether it be now, in numbers, standing up in person, online, at the polls, big time. Make sure, guaranteed, please, 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 show up at the polls. Cast your vote. Whether you feel it matters or not, please, for your nation, for your country, for your fellow Americans, please at least do it. Whether it's negated by a voter fraud or a fraudulent vote or whatever it is, or it's not counted at all, please at least do that. We have to at least do that. We can't just throw our hands in the air and quit. Whether it matters or not, I don't know what your beliefs are, what your stance is on that. I go back and forth, whatever. But it's very important. We got to do it. We got to make a stand where we can, when we can, as we can. So I guess that's really the message I wanted to get out, the stuff I wanted to talk about. I really appreciate you guys all here. I know it wasn't really about prepping, but it is, because we need a stable nation to have a thriving life. We don't want SHTF-WROL to happen. I hope you guys don't. I don't want it to happen. I'm ready for it just in case. I have the peace of mind that my preps allow me, and my faith in Him and my trust in Him allow me. But I don't want it to happen. I want a stable nation, a stable country, a stable way of life for my children to grow up in. Prep a little every day, please, guys. Seriously. Fitness is key. That's a big one. I don't know if I've mentioned that very often lately. I used to mention all the time. So key. No matter what happens, whether nothing happens, to be healthy and strong for your families, for yourself, for your self-confidence, for your nation, for whatever is needed of you. You are always going to be more capable the more fit you are, even if it's just a little more fit. And I'm not saying you need to be a triathlete. Just please try to be a competent person, physically, mentally, spiritually, all the things, well-rounded. I love you guys, and blessings to you and yours.